to the Buy Now, Sell Now Lens. We're going to be focusing on HDFC Bank, as clearly post the earnings, we are seeing a bit of a rebound for this particular counter.
Absolutely, Shrishti, that's what we're watching out for as well, because that was all eyes on that, first time that we're seeing HDFC Bank properly coming as a merged entity. So all eyes were on that number, commentary coming in on that front as well. And obviously, our managing editor, Nikunj Dalmia, also spoke about HDFC Bank as well. Where does he see it? What is he understanding from this earnings as well? Listen into what he had to say.
See, the elephant is getting ready to dance. They have to get the rhythm right. I don't think it's going to be dancing based on these numbers. I think they just have to identify the right tango number or the right salsa number. I look at HDFC Bank very differently now. The room for negative surprise in HDFC Bank is over. So whatever could go wrong in HDFC Bank in terms of liquidity ratios, financials, the merger, challenges, all that is actually behind us. So the negative surprise from HDFC Bank, both in terms of communication, in terms of numbers, in terms of ratios, I think is unlikely to come. Now, that will restrict the downside for HDFC Bank, because the negative surprise, for example, came when the analyst meet happened. There was nothing great which came out again in the quarterly update. So even though numbers are unlikely to warrant a big upgrade, and which is what I'm going through in the morning when I'm crossing some of the reports, checking some of the reports, no big upgrades. But from a market standpoint, I think it is reaching a level where valuations are attractive, and it is reaching a point where the scope for negative surprise is unlikely. So you pretty much know that if the scope of negative news and number surprise is unlikely, and if the stock has underperformed, then you would like to say that, okay, this is the base at which the stock is just about getting ready. Now, when will the elephant dance? This quarter, next quarter, I don't know. But all I can tell you is that a year from now or 12 months from now, I think we would be using this phrase that HDFC Bank was an elephant which took its time and finally decided to do the tango. It's like, it reminds me exactly like SBI.
Yeah.
For years it did nothing, and then 3-4 quarters numbers came in, everyone said, oh my God, how did we miss it? It is cheap. The same thing is going to happen.
Okay. So that's the editor's take coming in on HDFC Bank. That's the editor's take on the banking space, that for HDFC Bank, when will the elephant dance? So maybe 12 months or 15 months now, we can see the elephant dancing or not. Let's try and find an answer to that, and what are experts believing on this one. With this, let me welcome on board Rajesh Agarwal, Head of Research at AUM Capital, as well as Kunal Bothra on the technical front. A very good morning to both of you. And Kunal, let me come to you first, because we have seen a lot of brokerages as well as the numbers coming in. But on to the charts, how are you seeing HDFC Bank? Do you believe that in the short term as well, the elephant has the potential to dance? Because 1500 around those levels for HDFC Bank, isn't that lucrative enough?
Well, good morning, Srishti. It's not a break dance, of course, for HDFC Bank, but I will call it as a flat dance, because the stock has been absolutely flat over the last few weeks. Even if you look at it from the 2022 or 21-22 performance, the stock is back again at that 50 odd range. Now, I was actually expecting the stock post results to get into a slight momentum mode, or at least a mild breakout about that 1550 mark, but it was more like a temporary breakout for HDFC Bank, which means that the stock is, or the selling pressure in the stock is still not over, and the stock may consolidate for some more time. So my sense is that the stock may continue to remain to a range. From a long-term investment perspective, of course, HDFC Bank at 1550 range could be a very good buy, but purely from a long-term play, not from a short-term or a momentum stock.
Okay, that's the view coming in from Kunal. But Rajesh, what's your view on HDFC Bank now? Are you expecting a break dance or a flat dance?
Good morning, Srishti. Good morning, Vini. Good morning, Kunal. First of all, happy Navratri to all of you and the entire team of VT Now and our viewers. And just some time back, as Srishti was pointing out that there was Navratri excitement in Mumbai, I would say sometimes come to Calcutta for a Navratri and see how the vibes are. This is the best after the best thing to happen in India. I would say it's a heritage. It has got a heritage tag last year also. Now coming to HDFC Bank, I completely agree with Nikunj that the elephant is ready to dance, but one should remember that elephants don't dance every day. So it takes time for their movement, and it would dance, that's for sure. For 12 to 18 months, it's a very good buy. We have advocated a lot of times that HDFC Bank should be kept in a long-term portfolio. If we look at the numbers, the deposits and advances have shown strong sequential growth. And I am very impacted because of ICRR, but most of the numbers are not comparable, so it's not easy to figure out something, but the asset quality is good. PCR is flat at around 74%. Loan growth was around 5%. And IM's at 3.6%. And the best thing is the valuation. FY25 P at around 15 and 2.5 times adjusted price to book. I think it's a mouth-watering buy. One should not look at it for a everyday movement. One should look at it for investments for maybe 12 to 18 months down the line, and won't be surprised if I see 20-25% upside from the current market price. So that's a buy from our side for a long-term investment.
That's a buy coming in on HDFC Bank onto the fundamental sake. Hopefully, the elephant will dance soon. But Rajesh, I'm from Varanasi, and that's actually called the mini Calcutta when it comes to the Durga Puja celebration. But surely we'll try to get to Calcutta as well some days. Looking forward to that. But Vinny,